So buy together URL is a URL that enables you to offer two things together. So if I go to the Files section and I come here and it says Amazon URL hack. So this is in our Facebook group under Amazon URL hacks. Let's just click on that. And I'm going to need, Asher, you're going to need a new thing so I can show folks. All right, so we've got canonical URL, add to cart URL, buy together URL, which is what we're going to use, and then these other URLs too. Okay, so we've got some pretty cool URLs that you can use. So let's do the two-step one, or the two product one. So I'm just going to copy that, and I'm just going to add it onto a new document. Okay, we're going to come to the new document in a second, but that's what I've copied. You can just see what I've done. All right, so now how do you use that? Well, we've got Mr. English on the call. So let's do something with Mr. English, shall we? So you're selling plants, aren't you, Mike? Let's do something with that. Just checking I'm sharing the right stuff. And what are you selling? You're selling succulent. Was it succulents you're selling? I don't know. That's what you're selling now. You're selling succulents. There we go. So, done a search for succulent plants. Let's suppose that we're all going to start selling succulent plants, okay? Let's just make that assumption. We are all in the succulent plants things. Here's the Amazon's choice for succulent plants, all right? Here's how you use it. And here's how you hack with it as well. So I'm going to show you some cool stuff you can do, which is going to just completely freak you out. You're going to be like, what the hell? You shouldn't do that, Neil. But let me show you some interesting stuff. All right, so succulent plants, this is the Amazon's choice for this product, meaning it sells a shitload of products. Frequently purchased together. This is what we're going to hack. All right, now here's the thing. This frequently purchased together is a gold mine of money for you. It's a gold mine of money for you. If you can get your product linked to a very, very good selling, a goodly selling product, a good selling product, you can make a lot of what really amounts to free money because all the marketing is being done for you, okay? And Amazon's own statistics are that depending on the category and the product, between 10 and 15% of people take these upsells, because that's what it is. It's an upsell, okay? Buy these things together, okay? It's an upsell. So between 10 and 15% buy these upsells. So let's suppose, for ease of maths, you've got a product which is a bestseller that sells, say, 1,000 units per month, which is nothing at all for a bestseller to sell, especially on Amazon.com. So you've got 1,000 units a month. You're going to get, let's just say conservatively, 10% of them to buy your upsell, meaning that that's an extra 100 sales that these products are making per month through no fault of their own, through no skills of their own, simply by virtue of the fact that they are linked to this best-selling product, okay? They're linked to the best-selling product. So it then makes sense to ask the question, how the hell can we get our products here? How the hell do we get our products here? So that's kind of where we're going, how to do that. And the way that we do that is we use the frequently purchased together to hack into that using the add multiple items to cart URL. Now, let me explain how that works. First thing we're going to need is we're going to need something else to sell. So, ladies and gentle germs, what's an obvious thing to sell with succulent plants? What's an obvious thing to sell with succulent plants? Plant pots. Good. All right, cool. So let's do, what should we call them? Succulent plant pots. I guess that's what they are. Succulent plant pots. There we go. Let's see if we can hack this together for this particular company. Now, you are selling, let's just suppose, what's not got much sales. So this doesn't have many sales. Like it's only got 15 reviews. Looks like it's a fairly new product. So let's see if we can help these guys out. Let me just open that up. So these are plant pots for succulent plants. So our goal here, our strategy is to get these plant pots linked together with these plants and therefore make windfall sales on the back of the succulent plants that we know are already selling well. So that's what we're going to look to do, okay? All right, so first things we're going to need are the ASIN numbers for these plants. So just in case you've forgotten how to find those, ASIN numbers are always in the product information right here, or if you want to just go faster, it's always in the URL after DP /, okay? So it's always there. Ditto, there's your DP right there, and there's your ASIN number in there, okay? All right, so let me swap my screen over and show you this one. All right, so here's that add to cart URL that I showed you earlier, which is in the Facebook group. And it's pretty easy put together. Let's just check a couple of things. So the first thing we need to check is we're in the right marketplace, and actually we're not. So we just need to change that to the Amazon.com marketplace. Second thing we need to check is we need to add in our ASIN numbers. So that's where ASIN number 1 goes, one of the products we want Amazon to start doing together. And ASIN number 2 goes there. So let me just go and get those ASIN numbers for us. So I'm going to start with the ASIN for the plant pots. It doesn't matter which one you start with, by the way. It's of no consequence. It's just that's the one I've got open. And notice I'm going to delete from within the parenthesis and also here. So take away the whole parenthesis and what's inside the parenthesis. Oops. So now I've got, make sure there's no gaps in it. That's my add to cart URL. All right. So if I copy that and paste that in, let me just swap my screen. Now hopefully you can see that. I'm going to put the URL in the chat for you as well. Send to all. There you go. All right. So now I have now got these two things which can be immediately added to cart together, okay? So we've got the first phase, or the second phase, should I say, of our strategy in place. Now, here comes the third part, because the third part, your question now ought to be, how do we get people to go through that URL and buy stuff? How do we do that? All right, so here's how you do that. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. My favorite way, though, my absolute favorite way is simply to, instead of launching, and this is going to be so weird for me to say this, but stick with me, all right? Instead of launching my product, which is this one here, my plant pots, sorry, this one here, instead of launching my product on Amazon and using Facebook to launch it, what I launch is a product that already sells well. That already sells well. This product, it already sells well. And the way I launch it is I do a launch on Facebook, just like I've taught you in the training modules. And I say, I put these on offer, so $18.90. I put them on offer for a limited amount of time, special price, and I'll say, buy these plant bots, and you get X amount off of this plant, buy these plants and get X amount off these plant pots. That's what I do. So I'm still offering my discount on the product that I actually want to launch, but I'm doing it in a kind of weird way because I'm actually launching a different product that already sells well. Now, what that will do is in Amazon will then start to link those products together with its algorithm. Amazon will then start saying, hey, look, people who are buying these succulents are weirdly also buying these plant pots. And so they will then start to show them in the frequently purchased together. And when they do, you will start making free money from Amazon simply by virtue of the fact that your product gets shown together. So that's how I do it. That's how I use it. It is a very, very counterintuitive way of doing stuff, and you will find a lot of the stuff that I do is counterintuitive, but I hope you can see the logic of the strategy and the logic of the strategy at work. You're selling something that you already know will make a lot of sales for you. You already know these succulent plants are best sellers. Clearly they sell well. So you're tapping into that and attaching your product to it to get windfall sales for that. Now, you will also, as a consequence of that, of course, rank your own product for SEO, and you'll get a launch done for your product as well, because you'll make sales for your product. But you do it in a different way. Now, that's a pretty advanced strategy. That's the stuff I normally talk about in my advanced inner circle. So if you like what I've just shown you and you want to see more of that, you might want to consider joining my inner circle. But that's pretty advanced, as I said. But hopefully you get the idea, and now you understand how to use these add to cart URLs, okay? Pretty cool what you can do with them. I love stuff like that. I get my geek on at a whole new level with those kind of things. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.